Welcome everybody to the Meadowlands for a brand new weekend. It is time for a special edition of In the Sulky, and we are joined this evening by John Burke, no relation to Ron Burke. And the cool thing about the sport of harness racing is that guys like John and myself and all of you viewers out there can actually get involved in the sport. It can be a hands-on thing. You can hang around the barn, you can learn to clean stalls, learn to care for the horses, even jog, maybe train, maybe even drive on down the road, which is a great thing. You're a guy who had a casual interest in harness racing, and you got hooked thanks to the USTA driving school. What do you do for a living, and how'd you get interested in the sport?
Well, Sam, I have a window cleaning business here in New Jersey, and I guess I saw it in the back of Hoofbeats magazine. That's how it started. I saw an ad for the USTA driving school, which I believe they still hold it in Goshen. And I was the class of 2012. Had a great time up there, very hands-on. Met a lot of great people, a lot of trainers, a lot of owners, a lot of people involved with the USTA. It was a great experience.
Now, did you used to bet on the horses, or how'd you get interested in harness racing in the first place?
Well, back when I was 9 years old, it was a track called Sportsman's Park, and I was taken there as a child. I guess it was about 9, I did say 9 years old, and I got to see the races, and I got my picture in the winner's circle with Walt Paisley. And right at that moment I said, wow, this is for me. And since that I've been going to the track and eating popcorn and having hot dogs and making some bets, but I always wanted to have my hand on the horse. And now that's happened. So that was my introduction to the racing. And now I'm with the Fanning stable, with Tom Fanning.
Fantastic. Now, the driving school isn't just classes and that sort of thing. You're actually in the barn, involved with the horses, cleaning stalls, harnessing them up, getting to jog them, that sort of thing. What was the coolest thing about the school, in your opinion?
Well, I think they have thought it out pretty well because they broke us down into sets of 4. So I was with 3 other people who were interested in the sport, and we got to go to Mark Ford's training center, which is near the Goshen track. I think Ray Schnicker also makes his barn available. And each and every day, we got to go to the training center, got our hands on the horses. We started by mucking the stalls and dressing the horses and washing them when they came off the track. And that was such a thrill for me because taking a step back, when I used to go to the track, you can never put your hands on the horse. All it was is just watching. So that was a great thrill. Great thrill.
What was the one thing that you learned about harness racing and standardbred racehorses at the school that you never imagined from this side of the track and the grandstand?
Wow, how easy it is to get into. I met gentlemen who had gone to the school, and they already owned 4 or 5 horses already, and I was pretty amazed at that. A lot of guys who were owners, a lot of people who were grooms and that type of thing. So it's not like we're dealing with the New York Yankees. A couple of connections and you're right in there helping a trainer, or you could be an owner if you like, and I guess that's the easy entry.
And you mentioned that you're involved with horses with Tom Fanning. What do you own right now? Do you have a couple racehorses of your own?
Well, I have a piece of a 2-year-old colt. He's a pacer. Currently his name is Mimi Hanover, and he's training very well, and we'll see if he gets to the races this year. If not, we'll be patient and we'll take it next year.
Now, do you get to spend any time at the Tom Fanning barn and kind of help out with your horse?
Yes, I do.
Yes, and now, he doesn't let you jog and train it. He probably makes you clean the stall, knowing Tom.
I'm cleaning those stalls, and I'm scrubbing those buckets, and I'm getting to put my hand on the horses. I get to wash the horses. A big thrill for me. It sounds very rudimentary, but it's a great thrill, and I'm getting to learn everything from soup to nuts. The grooms that he has at the stable are fantastic. They're all very cordial to me, and they allow me to do everything. So it's just been a fantastic experience working with Tom and his staff.
Where do you see this going for you, John? I know you've got a very successful business. Do you see yourself getting involved with the horses, perhaps full-time on down the road, maybe when you retire?
Yeah, I do see that. We're going to take it slow. I only have a piece of our 2-year-old. Rather than going into the claiming aspect of it, I'm going to get to grow with my 2-year-old. And next year maybe I'll get another piece of another 2-year-old, or maybe you get a 3-year-old, and this way I can learn from the bottom up watch how all the races are, the stake races are chosen by our trainer, and just take it from there.
So I take it you would recommend the USTA driving school for anyone that wants to learn more about harness racing?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Well, we do have some good news for everybody out there. There are still a few slots available for this year's school that's coming up in Goshen, New York. It's June 11th through the 15th, and it's located at the historic track in Goshen, also the Mark Ford Training Center, as John alluded to. The cost is $350. If you live in New York, it's $250. Sign up by contacting Jessica Schroeder at the USTA, US Trotting, www.ustrotting.com, or you can just give them a call and ask for Jessica and still get in. And John, thanks so much for joining us. A pleasure to hear about your experience and to hear that we've got you hooked into a great sport. We wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you very much, sir.
John Burke, a graduate of the USTA Driving School. He recommends it for everyone. For more, go to ustrotting.com. A short time out. We'll be right back with Hollywood Hayden.